and welcome everyone to the official launch party of my first ever children's picture book, I Can Be a Dog Detective. So here it is, the physical copy itself, and I am so excited to be introducing this new book into our libraries at home. So before we begin, I would first like to introduce myself to anyone who doesn't know me. So my name is Stephanie Zickman. I am a #1 Amazon best-selling author already. I launched my first book in March 2021 called The Magic of Holistic Grooming. It did really well. It continues to do really well. And now I'm stepping into the children's book sector, and I am so excited to be doing that. I'm also a certified canine behaviourist and multi-award winning holistic dog groomer. I'm based in Scotland, but I do run an internationally accredited distance learning college for all pet professionals to learn how to embrace holistic grooming and other methods into their practices, both professionally but also at home as well. And like I say, it is an internationally based online school. It is accredited by CPD UK, and it's also accredited through the internationally recognised Complementary Medical Association as well. The doors are open once a year to intakes. We take on maximum of 40 people per year just to make sure that the quality of education is at its highest at all times. If you would like to learn more about that, you can hop over to my official website, www.holisticgroomingacademy.com, and you can find all there is to know about that as well. So apart from obviously working in the professional pet care sector, I'm also a mother of 2 young boys. I have 4 dogs at home of mixed breeds and ages and genders. So as you can imagine, life at home can be pretty hectic, even for someone working in the canine profession. So the real inspiration for I Can Be a Dog Detective was to help parents like me learn how to embrace safe interaction with the family dog, especially when you have young children, but to also encourage children to start thinking about ways to communicate and enhance the relationship that they already share with the family dog, but also with other dogs out in the local dog park and other areas as well. As a guardian of 2 very large breeds, I have 2 Tibetan Mastiffs at home, one of which has problems, should we say, but the problem that I see on a daily basis is a lack of understanding and regard for personal safety and space, especially in local parks and things, when some children display fear around larger dogs. Some children want to run up and cuddle them. And it's just trying to raise that awareness of all animals of the animal kingdom need to feel safe in their environment. And sometimes the way in which we approach an animal doesn't instill safety in them. And that's when we start to see signs of what we deem as undesirable behaviours, for example, growling and groaning and barking and lunging and things like that. And when we start to come away from the idea that that is an undesirable behaviour and instead embrace a more animal perspective based on species, we can begin to understand what this animal is trying to communicate, where we're kind of needing to work, and how we can make that environment a safer environment for everyone. So that is the inspiration. I do have an example of lack of boundaries in the family home from before I ever worked with dogs professionally. My eldest son, Jack, when he was around 2 years old, was tormenting one of our dogs, Jessica, who's also featured in this book. And the events that took place after shook me to the core and really did encourage me to learn more about how to put together boundaries in the family home. I'm trying to watch my words here. So Jack was pinned to the floor by Jessica. Jessica is a miniature Dachshund, but I want to try and emphasize it doesn't matter which breed you have, how big they are, how small they are. If a dog feels unsafe, they are more than capable of fighting back, and that's just a safety mechanism that we all have as animals all have as sentient emotional beings. If we do not feel safe in our environment, then we will engage a fight or flight response. So I need to emphasize that growling, barking, lunging, etc. are not so much undesirable. They are just a way for an animal to express how they're feeling underneath, and usually they are warnings that we should be acknowledging more seriously. So Jessica, back to the story, Jessica had my 2-year-old son, Jack at the time, pinned to the floor, and a warning, obviously, to stop tormenting him. But this incident really did give me and my husband a fright. And while we were angry initially with Jessica, when we obviously sat and thought about things more logically, it was no surprise that Jessica responded that way. This was a triggering reaction that had been building up over a series of days and weeks. So after that experience, it was certainly motivation for me as a parent to start learning more about how to enhance the experience that our children are having around the family dog and how to create a safer environment at home. And I'm sure many of you over there can also agree. So safety within the family home is crucial if we are wanting to live harmoniously with other animal species and have little to no incidents taking place, down to the fact that we are not acknowledging other animals' behaviours and emotional needs underneath as well. So that is basically an introduction to why I decided to write I Can Be a Dog Detective. And I really hope that you all enjoy the read-along session that will be taking place later this evening. I will be probably in my jammies at that point, ready to take your children through the inner spreads, which, if you can see quickly, are just so pretty. It really is a good quality book, and I have to take this opportunity to thank my beautiful and hardworking illustrator, Julie Bryden, who has just had her very first baby girl. So congratulations, Julie, and thank you so much for putting up with all of the amendments that I've asked you throughout the last few months. It has been stressful, but you've been a complete professional and an absolute pleasure to work with. And as you'll all agree, I'm sure, her illustrations are just simply stunning. So yeah, the book has, I think it's 34 pages spread, and it takes you through some familiar scenarios within the family home, but also out with the family home. So you will probably, as a parent, need to be there to prompt your child to look at the body language throughout the book, to encourage that interactive and engaging back and forth conversation. It would be suitable for children under 4, just as a nice read along book. My youngest Joey is 3, and he thoroughly enjoys just looking at the pictures, not really paying attention to anything other than what you can see in the photo, for example, bees and flowers and things. So they still enjoy it younger, but I do think in order to really make the most of the learning experience that this book provides, then it should be kind of aimed better for ages 4 to 9, possibly 10. It makes a great stocking filler for Christmas, hint hint, but it's a good book for all children to have, especially if they do love dogs. Even if they don't have a dog at home, it will help to encourage safe dog interaction out with the family home. So it retails for £8.99. And it currently is not available on Amazon. And the only reason why I've decided not to put it on Amazon is because I have manually added in a sticker at the end of the book. So there'll be a sticker in this little adhesive in here, and that's just to congratulate the children for completing the dog detective, and they now have their own badge to share with everyone as well, and they can wear that with pride. Don't worry, if you do have families of more than one child, you can contact me directly for additional stickers. We also have these cute little badges available. Don't know if you can see with the light, but that also says I can be a dog, it says I am a dog detective, and it's a wee pin badge, so you can wear that if, for example, you don't want a sticker. And we are looking to create some merchandise as well. So there's nice hoodies and things that we are thinking about introducing down the line as well. Obviously need to work out some logistics before I officially launch any merchandise, but there's some exciting things. Once you have purchased your book, this is kind of down to the more kind of technicalities. Once you have purchased your book, you are then welcomed to the official I Can Be a Dog Detective pack group on Facebook. This is a free group that is accessible to everyone who has purchased a book. And in there, you will find an array of resources, printouts, updates on future books, also updates on activity books, which will be getting launched in the near future, and also be a part of a community of learning. So you can share your own experiences with your family dogs, you can update the world or this safe community rather about your progress with your child and how much they're enjoying it. I would love to see you all contribute to this group and make it a really fun and educational community for children and parents, and of course their dogs. So yeah, so this will be available to watch back on YouTube. I'm going to put the Q&A with Debbie Lutkin, who's coming up at 9:30. She's going to be talking all about the Kids Around Dogs protocol, something that I am also certified in. It's a great protocol for older children as well, to embrace a more thorough, I would say, understanding of canine behaviour and get an actual certificate at the end as well to say that they have now completed the Kids Around Dogs protocol. It's better for, or even better, sorry, for children with fear of dogs as well. So it's something that I'm really excited to speak more about to Debbie later on at 9:30. But if you are watching this in replay, it doesn't matter what time because it is all pre-recorded. So that's coming up next. And then, like I say, we will then be joined at 7 o'clock this evening for a live read-along session. My kiddies might join in. Jack, my eldest, who is the main character of the book, might also come along. And we will read this book to your children in bed, hopefully. And hopefully they'll love it and they'll want a copy. And then we'll end the launch there. And obviously, when you do want to order, if you do want to order a book, you can do so directly through me on Facebook, LinkedIn, Instagram, Twitter even, or even directly through email, woof@stephaniezickman.coach. woof@stephaniezickman.coach. All right, I look forward to getting to know everyone over the coming months, and I thank you so much once again for all of your support thus far. Have a lovely day, and I'll see you all very